refs come by.
From the corner of Valley Parkway and Hidden Trails Road at the shadow of Valley High School, this is the Veterans Cup 2012, the over 50 division championship match.
Go Cardinal Gray! Go boy! Razor. Great.
We'll start that over again. Okay. Okay. Ready. 1, 2, 3. From Hidden Trails and Valley Parkway, this is the Veterans Cup 2012. From the shadow of Valley High School, I'm Greg G.K. Porter for Langevin Productions with Jim Costa on the camera. 45-minute halves in this over 50 match between Cardinal Gray and Urban Chestnut. Cardinal Gray is in the maroon, and white, going from left to right. So shift colors for all you sailors out there, past and present. We're underway. And in the yellow and black is Urban Chestnut. Let's get the lineups for both squads. First for Cardinal Gray. Their keeper is Hunter Stern. Number 2 is Greg Delgado. Number 3 is Billy Viskovich. Number 4 is Steve Hazard. Number 5 is Ian Clark. Number 6 is Paul Lalonde. Number 7 is Fabian Proano. Number 8 is Laird Kagan. Number 9 is Scott Douglas. 11 is Alan Fox. 14 is Edwin Yoha. Number 15 is Alex Basso. 17 is Brad Miller. 21 is Brian McMullen. 24 is Dan McNevin. 25 is Andy Motram. 26 is Lee Cornwell. 18 is Jorge Tittinger. And 16 is Dave Delgado. For Urban Chestnut, their lineup reads this way. The keeper is Charlie Cook. Number 1 is Steve Krishoni. Number 2 is Mohammed Didik. 3 is Rick Stockman. 4 is Ed Dwyer. 5 is Ed Cody. 7 is Cesar Almedo. 8 is Mike Rodden. Number 9 is David Munson. 10 is Mark Scott. 11 is Ken Heck. 13 is John Milburn. 14 is Vic Scalasi. 15 is Greg Peer. 16 is Dave Cady. 18 is Eunice Bowert. 20 is Rick Wardak. 21 is Jim Eisenbay. 23 is Jim Shalom. And 24 is Valmir Fernandez. 1 save already for Charlie Cook. The throw-in from the far side touchline for Urban Chestnut. Milburn a touch. Along the right flank, on the move is Ken Heck. And his attempt at service is blocked there into space nicely by McMullen. And it's out of play. It'll be a throw-in.
Hey, Dave, cheat up, Dave.
0-0 your score. Just the opening of the match early in the morning here. The first day of July 2012. Hopefully you got your coffee or beverage, snack, and enjoy this one. On a move is Didik. The service, trying to get somebody in the central of the box. Just couldn't quite do that time. Chasing after it is Dwyer, but he can't get it. And here comes the Cardinal Gray, sitting that ball all the way down. And it is going to be a save. 2 shots in the match for the Cardinal Grays. Charlie Cook sending that ball out to the right flank. Outside defender spot. Didik draws it back. Obviously, in a championship match, you're going to see the beautiful play of soccer the way it's designed. Now, these guys, great passion for the sport. That's why they're still playing in the over 50. A lot of these guys have played college soccer. Played at a pretty good level. Shot and just missed the second post that time. The try by Andy Motram just missed the far post. So it's still 0-0. It's the sun trying to peek out here in Escondido, California. Nestled up against the mountains up here in the eastern part of Escondido. The goal kick for the Urban Chestnut out of the St. Louis area. Brought down quickly into the central, and now they have another run toward that 18-yard box, but not able to get a second touch on it. In his central, Cardinal Gray goes out of play. Throw in from the near side. Going to go along their left flank. And a strike is out of play. Cardinal Gray. Urban Chestnut gaining some real estate along the near side touchline. Going to throw it in. Nice chest trap there. A hustling Mohammed Didik. Didik sending that ball in the 18, but way far away from his teammate. Lalonde in his central. Dropping it out wide for McMullen. McMullen, good ball up forward. Headed right out of that 18-yard box and trying to keep it in, and he does. Great job by Ed Dwyer. However, he gave it away to the Grays. The Gray. Clark, a shot, and he missed it on the near side. It's the 5th shot, though, of the match for the Cardinal Gray. Corner kick. The set piece is a good one, but just a little bit wide of the second post that time.
Talk it up a little. Keep the guys in shape.
So Cardinal Gray getting a lot of touches in this match and able to get forward quite a bit. Still 0-0 in the first half. Steve Hazard was trying to put that one in the back of the net with the header. The goal kick. And it came right at Steve, but it actually was met there by the Urban Chestnut player, number 19. Do not have his name on his roster. We'll get that for you. That one goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut now trying to get it out of their own defensive half. Clark with a touch. Brought down for a shot, and it goes wide of the post. Pretty good strike there by Brian McMullen. 7th shot of the match.
What's up, sir?
I'll tell you soon. It's 19 or so. Steve Merlin.
Yo, a little more intensity, go to the ball.
Rick Stockman into the match. As you probably already heard, we got the name for number 19. That's Steve Merlo out there for Urban Chestnut. Foul into space. And it's going to work against Urban Chestnut. First free kick of the match for Cardinal Gray. Proano down that left flank. Gonna get another touch in the central. They do with McMullen up forward. Cardinal Gray felt that there was a handball on that play. The high line, reducing the size of the field, trying to keep the attack going. And quickly getting over is Urban Chestnut's David Munson to drive it out of play. Throw in Ian Clark. And he just missed his teammate there, so the giveaway, and Urban Chestnut with Diedick sending that ball up forward to Merlo. And he hit it wide, but nobody there. In the deep back, they collect down the left flank. The strike by Proano, sending it forward, but Paul Lalonde couldn't get to that one. So it'll be a goal kick. It is 0-0 championship match. We're just warming up here in Escondido. Been a rather warm week at Escondido, but not as warm as it can get up here. But most of the participants in this Veterans Cup 2012 have really enjoyed the weather. And an intercept now. Here's Merlo trying a bid, and getting to it first was Hunter Stern to drive it out of play, and he couldn't pick it up with his hands as he was past the box. So it'll be a throw-in for Urban Chestnut out of the St. Louis area. A city which has had its problems as far as gaining population there for a while, but here in the 21st century, that has changed. It's going to be a goal kick. Did I say a goal kick? It's going to be a corner kick. So the first corner kick for Urban Chestnut in the match. Greg G.K. Porter along with Jim Costa on a camera, bringing you the sights and sounds from 25 feet up in the air. McPeer up in the air, the header. Offside's call. Or was it a handball? Nevertheless, free kick for Cardinal Gray. In the central. Nearly had that through ball that time. Not quite. Broughton sending that ball up forward. Trying to get Ken Heck to get it. Ken is hustling after it into space, didn't get it. Putting pressure on the defenders in their deep back. On that outside defense area. Goes out of play, throw in for Urban Chestnut now. Here's Ken Heck. Heck into space, goes down and loses the soccer ball. Again, it is kind of wet out there. It is dry out as the clouds move away and you get more sun. Playing this early morning game. Cal South, Escondido Soccer Club, instrumental in making it happen here in the Veterans Cup 2012 for the first time ever in California. And hopefully maybe next year we'll get another opportunity, as most of the participants in this Veterans Cup 2012 really like the venue. Substitutions now for Urban Chestnut now. Coming in is Valmiro Fernandez, Jim Eisenbay. Also coming in is Cesar Almeida. He's number 7. They get a wholesale substitution. Number 20, Rich Wardak, is also in the match. And number 1, Steve Crisoni. They basically almost substituted the whole lineup to get fresh players. But again, we're watching over 50, and that's what you want to do. You want to make sure you got fresh guys out there. Now, these guys practicing a lot and staying in shape for their age. A shot, and just missed it on a second post. A nice shot that time by Andy Motrum. That is the 8th shot of the match for the Cardinal Gray. Look like there are going to be more substitutions coming in for the Urban Chestnut. Mentioned the St. Louis area for Urban Chestnut as Vic Scalise into the match. A lot of the players in different areas of California for the Cardinal Gray. Southern California, NoCal, or Northern California, where I was born. Connecting today here in the championship match as that ball goes out of play. Going to be a throw-in to Cardinal Gray. In the central, the giveaway. However, Cardinal Gray staying after that soccer ball, and they win it. Fox, time and space, goes out wide now to Motrum. His shot is behind frame. Good passing that time. Alan Fox getting it over to Motrum. And Andy just couldn't get that ball to bend that time. So the goal kick for Urban Chestnut. And it's 0-0 match, the championship one of the over 50 in the Veterans Cup 2012. Veterans Cup started back in 1998. And it's a great tournament. Collection of great players from college at the different division levels. Some that maybe didn't even go to college but were great playing in their club soccer and have stayed with this great sport over the years. Here's Ian Clark. Finds Douglas. into the central. They go wide. They'll have that soccer ball. Keeping possession. The shot! It just missed the near post, and that was a beautiful blast. Wonderful strike by Paul Lalonde, and if he just bends it, he's going to put that one into the back of the net. The 10th shot for Cardinal Gray in the first half.
Come on, Yellow. Come on, keep working.
Good goal kick. Concessions have been very good here as well here in Escondido. Francis Ryan Park. And surely there'll be more Cal South sanctioned tournaments right here at this facility. Eastern Escondido. Cross midfield. Scalise with a touch. Trying to get Crishoni to get it, but he could not. Up forward. Urban Chestnut. Hunter Stern sending that ball out wide. And a giveaway. Urban Chestnut now with Proano, and he's not going to be able to get onto that soccer ball. That was a Cesar Almeida, number 7. Fernandez that pass. However, they have it again. In the central, a challenge there, and that's going to work against Urban Chestnut. So the free kick, the third one for the Cardinal Gray in the match, sending it all the way forward, trying to stretch out the defenders. And they do, into the corner, a great move, and a goal! Go, 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 go! Paul Lalonde putting it in the back of the net on a beautiful move to beat the challenge by the keeper and find the back of the net. And the Cardinal Grays lead 1-0. They did a great job of stretching the defenders out, and Lalonde was in the area, able to get to the soccer ball and put it into the back of the net. Jorge Tittinger into the match now for Cardinal Gray. Still a lot of time in this match for the Urban Chestnut. They just haven't really been getting the shots, and that has been to their undoing so far in the match, as the maroon and white have 11 shots in this match. And to the 18-yard box is Almeida. Almeida being marked heavily, still on it. Drops it back to Stockman. His pass into the central is intercepted. However, they still have it in the defensive half. After the collision, Urban Chestnut now trying to keep the attack going. They want to drop it back and send forward down the near side. Bobert, and now winning it there is Clark. Clark settles it down, but now the giveaway as they played well into space. Urban Chestnut on a move into the 18-yard box, trying to get a strike there and staying with it, but then a keeper, Hunter Stern, comes out and makes the save. As a first save of the match for Hunter Stern, but not a bad play by Steve Crishoni. Urban Chestnut just couldn't quite get to the rebound. And now going after it, Motram, and a save by Charlie Cook. Charlie Cook now, 5 saves in the match.
That's it. That's it. Nice, Billy.
What's up, Brad?
Near side throw in for Urban Chestnut.
Lucas Val,
In this 1-0 match, Cardinal Gray, maroon and white leading. I said, I don't know why I'm saying maroon. I want to say maroon. Colorblind. Obviously, that's the way why they're named Cardinal Gray. So shot, and it's over top of frame. But getting a shot there, and that is the only the third shot for Urban Chestnut in the match. Now for Cardinal Grays, Edwin Yoha comes in, number 14. 1-0, still your score. Cardinal Gray. Obviously in the Cardinal color uniforms, the yellow and black of Urban Chestnut. All the way down, and Charlie Cook making the save. Long the right flank and knocked out by Proano. Throw in for Urban Chestnut. Cesar Almeida dropping it back and out wide. Broughton to the near side. In this over 50 match, Rick Stockman finds a teammate. Into the 18, good passing. Into the box, and that ball is past the goal line. A great challenge that time by Laird Kagan. And I say that because he did not get the player. He just got the soccer ball. That's what you want to do. And especially if you're defending in your 18-yard box, you get the player, that's a PK. The corner kick, though. Urban Chestnut. It's only their second one of the match. Almeida falling down. So the ref said play on. Didn't get a foul call. So here goes the Cardinal Grays now. As Broughton trying to get back there, but he has his teammate assist him, and that's Eisenbay. Nice hustle by Jim to help out Broughton. Broughton sending that ball up forward, and it's going to be a foul. So the fourth free kick for Cardinal Gray. Jorge Tittinger. Jorge sends that ball towards the 18-yard box, but it was interrupted from getting there. So the ball sent to the near side for Urban Chestnut now. The hustle on the near side, you get a chance to see it up close and personal. Valmir Fernandez, and then now into space. And it's going to be a free kick. It's a little bit too much. Edwin Yoha. First free kick of the match. Urban Chestnut on the wide side. John Milburn. Wardek. Here's Cesar Almeida. And Cesar sends that ball just outside the 18 for Bobert. Back to Stockman. Stockman takes a shot. Yoha. And they keep the pressure on. Nicely done. In the attacking third by Urban Chestnut. And now another wave of players is going to come in for Urban Chestnut. Steve Merlot's back onto the pitch along with David Munson. John Milburn, he's number 13 out there, along with Ed Cody, number 5. And if I missed any of them, we'll mention them as they touch that soccer ball. Lee Cornwell back onto the match, number 26 for the Cardinal Grays. Leading 1-0, the throw-in now by Ed Dwyer towards the 18. The team in yellow and black now trying to tie this matchup. David Munson gets around the defender, and it caroms over to his teammate. And that's Almeida. His shot is blocked. Nicely done into space by Lee Cornwell. Cornwell, that is. The throw in. And that ball goes out of play. And it'll be a throw in for the Cardinal Grays. Out of their own defensive third. But first, Urban Chestnut, the St. Louis contingent, will bring in a fresh player. Mohamed Didik back into the match. Into space. That ball goes out of play. And it'll be a throw in again for the Cardinal Gray. Gain a little real estate along the near side. And after the 50-50, it'll be a throw in again for the Cardinal Gray. Cardinal Gray have a total of 13 shots in this match. Only 3 for Urban Chestnut. Mottram. And a push on that one, as you saw. It's going to be a free kick. Second one for Urban Chestnut in the match. To the wide side as they try to move up along the right flank. Off the intercept, Mottram drops it back. For a moving McMullen, takes a shot and a save by Charlie Cook. Charlie getting his 7th save. Upfield, out of play. Time running out here in the first half. Still enjoying the 1-0 lead is the Cardinal Gray. The California contingent. McMullen. Cornwell. Viskovich. Drops it back. Nice service by Cornwell, but not strong enough for it to be a shot with danger. And he didn't have anybody to help out as far as further touch. On the near side, upfield, Urban Chestnut will have another opportunity. Throw it in.
Great stuff, Brian.
Alex Basso into the match, number 15 for the Cardinal Gray. Throw in by Ed Dwyer. Great soccer in this over 50 division. The championship match. Hopefully you've been enjoying it here in the first half. To the wide side. Mohamed Didik. The service interrupted. But it still caroms towards the back of the goal line, and it goes out of play. And it's going to be a goal kick. Just couldn't quite get what they wanted in that 18-yard box, Urban Chestnut. And they're running out of time here in the first half to try to get the equalizer. Hunter Stern, keeper for the Cardinal Gray, runs that back to the spot and gets it started. Out to the wide. Down that left flank, but it's intercepted as they get somebody in the passing lane. Urban Chestnut now on the near side. Ed Dwyer finding his teammate Cody. He drops it back. Mark Scott on it. Time and space. Out wide to get their passing game going with Didik to the wide side. The header, the giveaway to the Cardinal Gray. Just running on to it that time was Yoha. Up forward, though. They get it back. The same number. Scalise. Sending it toward the 18, but the save made by Hunter Stern.
Go on, Lee. Go up with him. Support him. Someone's got to get up on the right. Okay.
Down her left flank, bringing it out of their own defensive half, and that turns out to be a foul against Urban Chestnut in space. Smarting is Fabian Proano. With a Cardinal Gray, they're going to have their 5th free kick of the match. And a center ref letting the player for Urban Chestnut know that I don't want to give that yellow card, but I will if I have to. So far, no yellows in this match. Been played rather well, as opposed to some matches in this tournament. Saw one the other night that was not the kind of soccer you really like to see. Really chippy, and almost resulted in the kind of stuff that almost happened last night in a Major League Soccer game involving a great player from England. Into the corner. Going to the wide side. They're trying to find Edwin Yoha, but Yoha pursues the soccer ball. Nice job by Edwin. Basso. Nice interchange, Cornwall, but he dispossessed. Here's Mohamed Didik sending it forward. Merlot. But coming off his line is Stern making a save. Near side. Nice challenge that time in the space by David Munson. Milburn. Didik sends it wide of frame. That was a 6th shot for Urban Chestnut in the match. Muhammad a little bit inaccurate with that shot. But you want to mount up some more shots as they are getting outshot by double the amount and more in his first half. Mark Scott into the match, and Rick Stockman, 3 and 10. Urban Chestnut. Intercepted by Munson, but offside. Cardinal Gray now with their 6th free kick of the match. The near side, Cardinal Gray out of their own defensive half. And it's 1-0 match if you just checked in. Scoring the goal was Paul Lalonde on a beautiful shot. Cardinal Gray. The near side, Urban Chestnut. Looking for help. And he has his teammate, Rick Stockman, send that ball forward to John Milburn. Milburn's attempt at a diagonal pass was intercepted, but he throws it in now. Milburn into the corner. A little bit of a step over. Trying to get around Billy Viskovich, but Billy was able to retrieve that ball, and he just cleared it. Milburn will throw it in. Throws it in. Gets Didik on a heel pass. He wanted a teammate there, and that didn't happen. Cardinal Gray on a move. Annie Mottram. Nice ability to stop. Try doing that in the over 50 category. Stop doing anything when you're going at a pretty good speed. These guys, wonderful athletes out there, still playing the world's most famous sport, the ball with the geometric designs. Football in most countries, soccer in this one, because we got another sport called football. It's going to be coming online pretty soon. The NFL, college. Pop Warner. And in between. Cardinal Gray now with their 7th free kick of the match.
Give us some width, down wide.
Tittinger, who gave it to his teammate, and now it's an intercept by Milburn. Delgado up forward to Proano. His pass intercepted. Here's Diedick. Mohammed on the move. Sends that ball up forward. He's on sides. Just couldn't control it that time, Steve Merlo. And Essential, as they work their passing game. Basso chasing it down as Mottram. And the save by Charlie Cook. Charlie getting his 9th save of the match. The near side, it goes out of play. Just couldn't connect that time on the near side. Urban Chestnut, and they're going to get fresh players in again. Valmiro Fernandez, he is coming in. Gray Pier is back into the match. Number 15, 23, Jim Shalom. 20, Rick Wardak. And if I missed anybody, they will mention their name as they touch that soccer ball again. The wholesale substitution program. And obviously it has worked for Urban Chestnut to get them in the championship game. For 2012, the Veterans Cup. Greg G.K. Porter along with Jim Costa on the camera, watching the 12th shot for Cardinal Gray in the match. And that was the 10th save. Charlie Cook on the near side, it goes out of play. And that was a foul. 3rd free kick. Here's Rick Stockman sitting in the 18-yard box, and Hunter Stern comes off his line and is able to make the save, coming way out to the exterior. Stern finds a defender on the near side who barely is able to keep it in, but does so. Sending it all the way down the right flank. Mark Scott. On it now is Broughton. Ball goes out of play, and it will be a throw-in from the far side touchline. Urban Chestnut, as they want to continue their move up the field. Wardak, the outside. Shalom over to Almeida. Nice move around a defender. Cesar Almeida and a bid that time. Nice ball right at the keeper, and Hunter Stern able to leap up and rob Almeida from putting it in the back of the net. That is the 5th save, and a very important one for Hunter Stern, as Almeida nearly evened the match. On the near side, Cornwell sending it forward. Lalonde, who scored the goal, dropping it back to Basso, going out wide. They want to stretch him out. Cardinal Gray. Tittinger, and then now sent forward to Yoha, but offside. So it is the 4th free kick now for Urban Chestnut.
Here we go, boys. Let's get back. Big group.
Mark Scott down the right flank, and he just couldn't find his teammate down that right flank.
And again, boys. And again.
The throw in. Intercepted. Almeida, and his pass was intercepted, and now running onto it is Motrum. Andy Motrum now, his service intercepted. He takes a left-footed try now, and that one was blocked. But a shot from distance, there, goal! Go, 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 go! Jorge Tintinger into the back of the net, and it is 2-0 on a beautiful blast from distance. But that was work that they did in the 18-yard box. Motrum was instrumental in that play. And Jorge says, I found a soccer ball, nobody's gonna mark me, and I'm gonna take a blast. And he found the back of the net. So the big goal in the back of the net with not a lot of time left here in the first half for the Cardinal Gray. They lead 2-0. Urban Chestnut want to try and get a late goal. You see that in professional soccer, and it can help you out mentally. Can they do it? A free kick now coming up for the Cardinal Gray as they get their 8th free kick.
You got wind. Share the ball. We need a hole here, Andy.
Show for him. Show for him. Come back.
On the near side, that ball goes out of play. Pretty good collision that time.
How many times behind?
Ian Clark going to throw it in. Scott Douglas into the match. Cardinal Gray. Ninth free kick. Cardinal Gray with the foul. Clark tried to go out wide and get a teammate there. It didn't happen. However, they still have the soccer ball and they send it down that left flank, but not able to connect. But again, the onus in this match, down 2-0, is on the yellow and black. The St. Louis contingent, Urban Chestnut, as they need to start making some serious plays. Still got a lot of time, it's a whole second half. But the shots in this first half have been mounting up. The Cardinal Gray, the foul into space. Now the fifth for Urban Chestnut on a free kick side. 18 shots in the match, and center ref and a warning of a couple players. He doesn't want to pull out those yellow cards, but he will if he has to in this match. He hasn't seen one yet. But in any athletic event if you ever played, you know that after a while it's more and more hotly contested, and especially when you're down in the match. Down the right flank, Hernandez. Couldn't control it that time, so it's going to be a throw-in for the Cardinal Gray. Leading 2-0 as the clouds from the coastline and everything going away, and you're going to see that blue sky. Just a really nice week here in San Diego. The temperatures have been probably about the best in the country. It's been extremely hot in the Midwest and down south, setting records all over the country and interrupting a big golf tournament where they yesterday in Bethesda, Maryland, had to not have anybody watching it other than people working on the tournament because of trees being knocked down, somewhat of a tornado. That's going to do it for the end of the first half in this championship match between Cardinal Gray and Urban Chestnut. We hope you've enjoyed all the action in this 50 and older division. Great soccer action. And stick with us. We'll be back with the second half. It is 2-0 Cardinal Gray. The second 45 minutes of this championship match, if it isn't tied, set to get underway here. Going from left to right is Urban Chestnut, the yellow and black, and the Cardinal and white. The Cardinal Gray going from right to left. 2-0, Paul Lalonde. The Cardinal Gray and Jorge Tittinger scoring the goals. Center ref setting everything up. He's got his linesman set. Right here at Francis Ryan Park, the Veterans Cup 2012. So shift colors for all you satyrs out there, past and present. We are underway. Munson, or rather that's Scott Douglas with it. On the near side. And a handball is going to work. Against the Urban Chestnut. Nine free kicks in the first half for the Cardinal Gray, and this is their 10th one now in the 18-yard box. And a beautiful save, another try again, and another save. Two beautiful saves. And it's central. And a whistle. Urban Chestnut with the free kick. They get their 6th one. They had 5 in the first half, along with 2 corner kicks. 6 total shots. Near side, and it is out of play. Throw in for Urban Chestnut now. Wardak finds his teammate into the corner. Ken Heck. Heck still on a soccer ball, goes down, and it's going to be a penalty kick. So the Urban Chestnut now with their great opportunity to cut the lead in half. Nice run of the 18 by Ken Heck. He created a scenario where the defender Just a little bit too ambitious to get to that soccer ball. And a foul. Don't want to do it in the 18-yard box. You give up the advantage to the striker.
Come on, Hunter! You got this, Hunter?
It's 6 shots in the first half. This will be their 7th. Heck, the goal! Ken Heck puts it in the back of the net for Urban Chestnut, and it's now 2-1. Beautiful strike, able to fool Hunter Stern. Going in the other direction, and now they are back into the match. You love to get a goal within the first few minutes of a half when you are down by 2 goals or more. Give yourself an opportunity. It's a mental thing. And that mental can turn into some good physical. Again, if they are tied at the end of the 45 minutes, they'll play 15-minute overtime. And on that 15-minute overtime will be 2 sessions of 15. And then they'll go into PKs. In other words, no golden goal. In its championship match, hopefully you're enjoying this one and have been with us from the very beginning. I'm Greg G.K. Porter along with George Ford Langevin Productions with Jim Costa. I've been with George a lot, but Jim today, now into the 18-yard box, a big opportunity, goal! Go, 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 go! Andy Moultrie, he was all alone, and he put it into the back of the net. It is 3-1, and they get the goal back. That Ken Heck applied into the back of the net on that penalty kick. And that is what you don't want to do if you've just got back in a match and cut the lead in half. You give it back. And so the mental scenario goes back in favor of the team in Cardinal and white shorts, as they have played very, very well in the first half. Numerous shots in the 16 shots in the match, 13 in the first half, and a whistle now to center ref. And it's going to be a yellow card. Only the second yellow card of the match. The offside, Urban Chestnut now with their 7th free kick. And the center ref saying no more with the dialogue. In a very well-played championship match with only 2 yellow cards in the match, 1 in the first half and now only 1 in the second half. And it's over 50 match. Coming in now, Jorge Tittinger, who scored 1 of the 3 goals for his squad. In his space, Paul Lalonde. To Jorge, motoring on the near side, able to win that soccer ball, chipping it into the 18-yard box. He's got his teammate again who scored the goal, and they try to follow it up in the central, and it goes past the goal line. And Cardinal Gray were looking for a foul in the 18-yard box, but they did not get it. It is 3-1 match. But they will have the throw in. Andy Mottram has really been causing a problem for the defenders. And so has Jorge Tettinger. Here's Mottram again, and he sends that one wide of the second post. But keeping the shots going.
Edwin, look over here. Well, you have 2 to look at. That's good.
Total of 18 shots in this match. The Cardinal Gray.
Edwin, you got behind you 5. You got 5. Richie. Take the space.
Near side has Urban Chestnut. Ian Clark, strong in his space. Or rather, that was a Billy Viskovich. Strong in.
Guys, get him up now. Let's get him up.
.50 ball to the wide now. Cardinal Gray.
Cover Scotty. Cover Scotty.
Cody. Urban Chestnut. And Cody still on a soccer ball, dropping it back. Nicely done. Rick Stockman trying to find Diedick into central and taken away. Here's Jorge Tettinger sitting into the near side. Andy Mottram again. Mottram into the box, makes a nice move, and they dispossess him that time. Nice play by Rick Stockman. He tried to cut inside, and there was Stockman to take it away.
Steve, you got another one behind you.
Dave Delgado is going to be coming in for Cardinal Gray. He's number 16. Corner kick, Cardinal Gray. Only their 3rd of the match. Taking it is Scott Douglas. And it's almost not a cloud in the sky now. And a beautiful Sunday morning. A shot and missing the near post. But a nice service, just could not get the coup de grace there. But they lead 3-1. They don't have to. Urban Chestnut, they have to, as they're down by 2. Now on the far side, and it goes out of play. Going to be wholesale substitutions for the yellow and black. Next opportunity. And now here comes the number of players that they like to do. Greg Peer into the match, number 15, along with Steve Caccioni, number 1 out there. Jim Eisenbeis, 21, 14, Vic Scalise. And if I missed any of those substitutions out of the 8 that came in, we'll mention them as they touch that soccer ball. On the intercept by Basso. Going out wide now. McMullen. McMullen has it and goes down. And it goes past the goal line. And it's going to be a goal kick. (3-1). Cardinal Gray leading in the championship match in the over 50 division. here at Francis Ryan Park in Escondido, the eastern part of Escondido.
Good job, David.
Nestled up against the mountains here at Hidden Trails Road, Valley Parkway, Shadow Valley High School. The shot, and getting a save, a beautiful save. Charlie Cook knocking that ball away at the last moment. As Alex Basso a bid to try to give him a 4-1 lead. That was the 20th shot of the match. 12 saves now for Charlie Cook. The shot by Delgado, Dave, up high, and a foul is going to work against the Cardinal Gray. So another free kick now.
Gotta work, guys. Let's go. Let's win some balls.
Urban Chestnut now with their 8th free kick. In the central. Milburn not able to handle it that time. They do get it over. Almeida. Down the left flank. As Urban Chestnut would like to try to get another goal here in this half. Try to get within one. But can they do it? Speed again. Andy Motrom. His service is a little bit wide that time of his teammate Dave Delgado. And Urban Chestnut now with the soccer ball. Out of their own deep third. Send it to midfield, but it's intercepted. Cardinal Gray. Soccer ball, Scott Douglas into space, dropping it back. They continue the attack. With Alex Basso to the near side to Proano into the 18-yard box. Fabian Proano, and his teammate gets to it, but he just couldn't get it into the back of the net.
There you go, Fab. You got it, Fab. You got it. Turn around.
Trying to get it back into the 18-yard box, but it's stolen away. As Rick Stockman in the space. Urban Chestnut now. Valmir Fernandez. And he runs it up. Weaving his way in the central. And one of the players for Cardinal Gray got hurt on an attempt to get to the soccer ball, and he's going to come out. Lee Cornwell is coming into the match. The dedication, the passion for this game. And at this age, there's a price to pay physically. But these guys don't mind paying the price because they love the game that much. That's why they're still playing it. Over 50. Ken Heck. And they don't just play it, they play it very, very well. This has been a beautiful game to watch. Scott to the wide side. Eyes and buys. Trying to continue the attack. And then attacking third. Milburn on it now. Time and space. Nice ball to the near side. Stockman. Trying to get it that time was Greg Peer, but he was ran off the soccer ball and upfield. The speed has victimized Urban Chestnut along the flanks.
Take your marks out.
But also good crosses Good chips into the 18-yard box by the Cardinal and Gray. As it warms up, as it'll do in Escondido. Part of the most warmest areas of the county. And you have a lot of inhabitants up here in the North County. As substitutions come in, Mike Broughton, number 8, is into the match.
Hey, good job. All right, good job.
Cardinal Gray in their own defensive half, Dave Delgado. And he's going to throw it in. 3-1. Your score. Cardinal Gray leading Urban Chestnut in this championship match. Hopefully you've been enjoying all the action. If you just checked in, Cardinal Gray have 3 goals by Paul Lalonde, Andy Motram, and Jorge Tittinger. 1 goal by Ken Heck for the Urban Chestnut contingent from St. Louis. Fabian Proano with a free kick. The 11th one of the match with the Cardinal Gray. Tittinger trying to head it to somebody, but that was intercepted and now sent back upfield. Able to drift back, get to the soccer ball in the central. That was nicely done by Rishoni. Rishoni trying to get it again, and he can't. To the near side for Proano now on a run. Proano, good first touch now. Sends that ball just outside the 18-yard box, but getting back there was Mike Broughton to defend and clear it. Going to be a corner kick. The 4th corner kick of the match for the Cardinal Gray. Leading 3-1, a service, trying to get one on the backside. Just couldn't quite do it that time. Tittinger couldn't get to the soccer ball. Laird Kagan getting it over to Ian Clark. Ian sending it up forward. He was looking for Tittinger. A little bit too far as Broughton got to it first. On to the near side. Urban Chestnut as they want to go up the field. Try to stretch out that defenders a little bit. John Milburn sends one in space, but nobody is there. Got to connect a little bit more if you're Urban Chestnut, if you want to win this match. You're down by 2 goals as the clock ticks here in the second half. Running on to it. Keeper Stern. Urban Chestnut on the far side touchline. And he wives and those behind Urban Chestnut trying to get them to push that ball up. Get some attack going in the attacking third. Come a long way from St. Louis, Midwest. And this is a championship match. Don't want to go back home without the hardware. But nevertheless, these guys in the Urban Chestnut squad have played well in this tournament. And that is something that they'll take with them moving forward. A lot of these guys have already collected a lot of medallions and plaudits over the years, awards. But when you play competitively, you like to try to connect with each other. You like to try to get another award. Offsides on a play.
Keep working. Go.
Urban Chestnut now with their 9th free kick of the match. Rick Stockman. Rick got it to Almeida. They dropped it back to Eisenbeis. Jim sends that ball towards the 18-yard box. Stockman heads it, but his header went behind him or to the right of him, and he wanted it to go forward. And so it's a giveaway and a throw-in for the Cardinal Gray, as Urban Chestnut is going to get fresh players in the next chance. Ken Heck, who scored one of the goals, or the only goal, I should say, is coming back into the match. He's 11. Ed Cody's going to be back in, along with Dave Cady, number 16. He'll be into the match. Number 9, David Munson in the match. In this 3-1 championship match, Greg G.K. Porter for Langevin Productions, along with Jim Costa on the camera. Check out our YouTube. Just go to the search. Type in Langevin, then the word Productions with an S. And you'll see over 800 videos, mostly of the youth variety. But we do have some with some adult soccer, and we'll have more now after this Veterans Cup. So we've been here Wednesday. This is Sunday now, first day of July, 2012. On a soccer ball, weaving his way is Basso. Nice movement. And finding a teammate up forward. And now the chip into the 18-yard box for Jorge Tittinger. And it's a foul. And a free kick. Ten free kicks for Urban Chestnut in the match as they work out wide, try to get something going in the attacking third. Need to try to get a goal into the back of the net as they're running out of time to make the urgency even more dramatic. But the Cardinal Gray have that soccer ball, and you know they're going to try to keep it away from them as best they can. They know the score and time is working against them here in the second half. The passing game for the Cardinal Gray has been very, very nice. As you see now, Paul Lalonde on the move. Beautiful first touch. Lalonde, and he just couldn't connect with his teammate that time. But again, it doesn't matter because they eat up time off the clock. It'll be the Cardinal Gray. And you rack up another shot. 22 shots in the match for the Cardinal Gray. And Greg Delgado into the match, number 2. Greg Delgado and Dave Delgado on this Cardinal Gray squad. Not know if they're related. Up forward in the midfield area. Urban Chestnut now. Mark Scott. Scott sending that ball up forward. Nicely done to David Munson. Munson on it. In the corner. His service. Up in the air. And a save by Hunter Stern. Only his 7th save of the match.
Playing back there, yellow.
Offsides call. The yellow and black now. St. Louis area going to have a free kick. Some of these squads go ahead and subscribe to services of players in the area where the Veterans Cup is. This year here in California, we've seen it on the women's side as well, getting the services of players in Southern California playing on the squad.
Come on, David. Come on,
Mike Broughton distributing that ball nicely. Running onto it is Milburn. In his central now. For Almeida, takes a shot and it's saved.
Get back. Good shot, Caesar. Come on, come back.
23 shots for the Cardinal Gray, or rather 10 shots now for Urban Chestnut. Ken Heck, who scored the lone goal, and is saved now. On his turn. And moving up forward. Cardinal Gray out to the wide side and hustling over there to keep it in was Ian Clark, or try to keep it in. Ball out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. Brad Miller into the match for Cardinal Gray. Rich Wardak is into the match now for Urban Chestnut. In the 70s here now, Escondido. Continues to warm up a little bit. And mid-morning action here. In the second half, that clock continues to tick. And Urban Chestnut down by 2. Got some work to do in order to extend this one into the 2 15-minute overtime sessions. Cardinal Gray with a free kick. Their 12th free kick of the match. Into the corner. All the way wide. It's not a problem for the Cardinal Gray. Again, they lead by 2 goals. Cardinal, and over the top of frame that time. Still get another shot. 24 shots now for the Cardinal Gray in this match. That's a lot of shots. Coming in is Edwin Yoha, number 14 for Cardinal Gray. Here's Stockman, stopping that ball nicely. Urban Chestnut. And he said, wait a minute. Let's try this again. Center ref. Center ref has been Riley Young with Jeremy Euchre and Gordon Priest, the linesmen. Here's Rick Stockman sending it forward. Off a deflection to Ken Heck. Heck now with a soccer ball, but getting pressure quickly, but it goes out wide. So Almeida sends it wide.
Greg, read fast. Stay home, Greg, okay? Stay home. You gotta stay home, man. My bad, I got cut.
10 shots now for Urban Chestnut in the match. And they get Valmir Fernandez, 24, into the match, along with 15, Greg Peer. Lots of great stories in this Veterans Cup 2012. Met a couple 70-year-old players in the over 65 category. Passion abounds in this tournament, from 30 years of age all the way to 65 and older. And that female 70-year-old playing for the 60 and older squad, because they don't have enough teams for the 65 and older on the women's side. However, I believe within 5 years that's going to change as the players younger move up to that age bracket and still want to play some soccer. Most of the players have talked about how good the weather has been, how good a job Cal South has done in the organization of this tournament. And for the most part, it's just been a true pleasure out here in Southern California, in Escondido. If you got an opportunity to be at this tournament, hopefully you really enjoyed it. One that has started since 1998, and it will continue. And who knows, maybe next year it'll be right back here at Francis Ryan Park. Milburn. Mohamed Didic having a tough time in the space with Brad Miller. He dispossessed him. Into the central for the Cardinal Gray. Want to stretch out the defense, but Broughton getting back there in the central, doing a fine job that time. Up forward, they get a touch. Now the speed. Fabian Proano winning that ball, as you saw there. Lalonde on the move, dropping it back. They're going to go out wide to Jorge Tittinger, and you know he can blast that soccer ball. He's done it before for his lone goal, but an offsides call now. So Urban Chestnut now will get their 11th free kick of the match after the offsides. Andy Mottram will come into the match. Broughton gets us started. Headed out of play. Nicely done by Andy Mottram, ranging back. Mottram showing he can play well on both sides of the ball. Milburn setting it up to throw it in. Broughton to the near side. Finds Didic in space. Now Broughton, the diagonal pass. They were too stretched out that time. So the giveaway. Trying a heel pass. There was Yoha, but they gave it away. Didic.
Use him outside.
Good play in the central. Mohamed Didic. Hustling though. Wouldn't allow that ball to go forward. Jorge Tittinger back to his teammate. Really tough to be heading the ball at this age. But these guys have been doing it for years. They know no other way. It's the way you play the game. Out of play on the near side. The urgency has to be for the Urban Chestnut. As you see, they've reduced the size of the field with a high line. Down by 2 goals. Going against the sun, and the save by Hunter Stern. Hunter getting his 9th save of the match. Broughton slowing it down. To Milburn. Milburn, nice pass out wide. Want to try to stretch him out and go down that flank. Going up forward to the attacking third. Running onto it is John Milburn. Not a lot of time, but he chips it into the box. Just couldn't get a winner into the box. Broughton coming up by Milburn, and now getting back to it is Mottram and driving across midfield, but not far enough. John Milburn. Into the corner. Kept in nicely by Merlot. But Merlot dispossessed there. Into the 18, though, they still have it. Or had a chance. Broughton going after it. He fell down. But staying in is Lalonde. Lalonde on the run. Lalonde in the box. Lalonde can't try to get the right-footed strike as it was marked heavily that time. Brilliant play by Charlie Cook. Cook got his 13th save of the match. Down to Central as Diedick gets it back to Broughton. Broughton now slowly moving it up. The fitness level becomes a question now. The shot over top of frame by Paul Lalonde. He has one of the 3 goals. A bid to get his second one there. But they still lead by 2 goals. That's a thing that Urban Chestnut has to try to do, get shots. The Cardinal Gray with 25 shots in the match. Brian McMullen, or correction on that is Jim Eisenbach, into the match, 21. Here's Diedick. If I miss one on the Cardinal Gray, we'll mention him as he touches that soccer ball. Milburn. Milburn still on a soccer ball. To Diedick, slowing it down. The coordination of plays has to work now. We're running out of time. If they want to get the result. Urban Chestnut. Run into a good squad here. The Cardinal Gray, all California contingent. But here's Diedick outside the box. Mohamed Diedick, a service, trying to get one on the back post, but it went way over top of frame and past that goal line. $12 shots for Urban Chestnut. But that has not been enough. What does that show you? It shows you how much the Cardinal Gray have been able to get forward and get shots. Control the soccer ball in the midfield area. Send it forward.
Contain. Contain. That's it, Brian. Go nowhere.
Almeida. Eisenbach. Diedick. Double team, but chips one in the 18. He's got a runner, but it just went beyond him. Greg Peer not able to run that one down. And he probably said in his mind, man, when I was younger, I'd have ran that thing down. Just a little bit too much on at that time. He had a pretty good play going. The header by Brad Miller. Nicely done. Driven out of play. And Jim Costa had the pole in front of him, thankfully. That came at him with some velocity. Hopefully none of the equipment was damaged. Going to be a yellow card. Diedick. The 3rd one of the match in total. Maybe 4 or 5 minutes left to go in the match. Now get official 3 minutes left to go in a match. And if you're Urban Chestnut, you need to intercept the passing lanes. And you got to put shots on the net. That was the 14th free kick by Cardinal Gray. But that has not been the story. It's been the total shots. Been the demise of Urban Chestnut. The header and a save by Charlie Cook. Charlie getting his 14th save of the match. And another shot by Cardinal Gray. 26 of them on a match. And even if you have all the numbers, free kick, corner kicks, and that, numbers don't really matter. The only one that matters is in the back of the net. And that has been the scenario for the Cardinal Gray, as Paul Lalonde opening up the scoring. And then later, Andy Mottram and Jorge Tittinger able to put one in the back of the net. Mottram, the lone goal in the second half, as Tittinger scoring on the beautiful play outside the 18-yard box to give him the 2-0 lead. Ed Cody to the wide side now, or Ken Heck, who scored on a penalty kick. His service, and it goes harmlessly over to Hunter Stern. 10 saves for Hunter Stern. And getting back there, hustling late in the game, Jim Eisenbach sending it out for the St. Louis contingent, who will not, unless it's a miracle, have enough time to tie this one and send it in overtime. But the effort by this St. Louis contingent of yellow and black numbers has been very, very good through this tournament. Just short of outstanding, as the Cardinal Gray effort will come out to be in the Big O. And they'll get the championship hardware as they control the soccer ball now. All the aches and pains and everything else is going to give them the result that everybody wants in a competitive nature. Sent all the way wide. After it is Pierre. Down the left flank. Hopefully you've enjoyed all of the action here. Francis Ryan Park. Escondido Soccer Club. Pretty good soccer club here in the area.
Brian, well done, Brian.
Look across the other side. We did a kickoff classic with them and the Oceanside team. In a great game, Oceanside winning it. And here we are in summertime, back at the magnificent venue here in Escondido. Looking forward to returning again down the road. Free kick for Urban Chestnut, getting their 12th free kick of the match. And nothing that time. 14 shots. Urban Chestnut, and they're going to get a Mike Broughton back into the match. He is the yellow head adornment. Going to come back onto the match. The pitch out there. Almeida sending it forward. It's intercepted. Diedick chasing it down. And there's a double whistle. The championship for the over 50 will go to the Cardinal Gray. The California contingent against this St. Louis squad who played gallantly but just didn't have enough today. Urban Chestnut. We hope you enjoyed all the action from Francis Ryan Park in Escondido, the Veterans Cup 2012. Stick with us. There'll be interviews and a closing comments with those who were involved in this championship match today.
Runner-up, Urban Chestnut Flyers. St. Louis, Missouri.
At least we don't have the squatting on your legs, so we got you chairs. You're the captain.
Just give me the trophy Jerseys are in the bag, right up on the edge of the concrete.
He's right here. Hold on. Okay.
The winner for the over 50s, Cardinal Gray.
I know. I need to go on the other side. It's really, we're missing it. It's kind of good to sit down, isn't it? Not a good angle. This is not a good angle.
Just try your best.
Yeah, they are. This guy's in the way.
Emma!
The guy should,
Well, the orange guy is in the way. Look this way, guys.
Caesar, grab some more.
Greg, look
Champion.
this way.
Need at least one more. Oh, no. Hey.
Get away.
Okay, wait, guys.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Greg G.K. Porter back here with the champions of the over 50 division. And this is the Cardinal Gray. And they're going to say a little bit about how happy they are to have just got out here and participated in a great manner and have won this championship. Here we go.
Hi, how are you? Hey, we're just happy to be out here. A bunch of 50-year-old plus guys kicking around. A lot of us been friends for 30 years. And just fantastic experience to come out and play. Wonderful weather, great fields, great bunch of teammates, good soccer.
Great tournament. Wonderful weather. St. Louis was our toughest match. Played a good game.
Hey, this is the best group of guys. Play was good. Ball moved quickly. We were organized. We pulled for each other. It was a good tournament all the way around.
Hey guys, we won the cup. I'm going to Disneyland.
Hey, hats off to St. Louis. That was a great team we played against, and well-organized team on both sides. But it was great playing with this group of players, well-organized team, and congratulations.
This is a great team effort, great bunch of group of players, and I really enjoyed playing with all of you guys. Thank you.
I wanted to thank Greg Delgado for inviting me, and you guys are the best. Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So it was a lot of fun, great weekend. We took the cup, and I guess we're national champions. Way to go.
Yeah, just glad to be invited and everything Scott said.
I appreciate all you guys coming and make such an effort and doing such a great job on the field, and I appreciate the fans coming too. So thanks, you guys.
Yeah, very good. Well done. Yeah, thank you to the fans. Great tournament, a lot of fun, great bunch of guys. We feel good today. Tomorrow might be a little painful, but we look forward to another great tournament.
This is a really well-organized tournament, and it was all about chemistry this weekend. Great job, guys.
Very happy to be here. Great environment. Loved it. Spending time with a great bunch of guys.
I'd like to thank Greg Delgado, Laird Kagan, that guy, and it couldn't have gone better for us. They put together just a great squad, real deep on the bench. We always had somebody strong when a guy needed to come off. It was a great organized tournament. It was well done all the way around, and here's to the Cardinal Gray. Thank you.
Great, and I'd also like to thank Danny McNevin for great organization and coaching, and Laird, fantastic. We really enjoyed it.
It was a privilege to play with all these guys. It was a lot of fun, great tournament. We just earned a couple of days off and enjoy.
Come on, Greg.
Thanks for the celebration.
Yeah. It was a great team effort. Really fun, great facilities, terrific opponent, and over the course of the 5 days, we needed every single player to have success.
I want to thank my co-managers, Greg Delgado and Danny McNevin. We were a phenomenal team, players from all over California. It was a lot of fun, and we had a great team. Thank you.
Well said. Well said. All right. And so that's going to do it. Let's get the wrap-up of this great over 50 match where the Cardinal Gray winning 3-1. The Cardinal Gray had 26 shots, 13 free kicks, 4 corner kicks, and Hunter Stern had 10 saves. For the Urban Chestnut, they had 14 shots, 12 free kicks, 2 corner kicks, and Charlie Cook had 14 saves. I'm Greg G.K. Porter. For Jim Costa behind the camera, from Francis Ryan Park in Escondido, the Veterans Cup 2012, saying take care of yourself as always, God bless, and remember to save this one on your hard drive. Bye now.